we've been rehearsing this and planning it for quite a long time. You know, it's from the very beginning. It's probably like 2 years. You know, including the album and the tour and everything. So, you know, you always hope it's going to go well. And what I liked about it here is that from our side, the technical side, we've been okay. Haven't had too many problems. The main thing that's good is the audience. Mm-hmm. It's I think it's a good-looking audience. You know, you can't always say that. They look real great.
You do actually see them?
Yeah, we can see about the first 20 rows. And a lot of young people. And in Oslo, there were a lot of parents with their kids, which I like to see, you know, because I like the idea that there's no big generation gap. So it's great, a very enthusiastic audience. That's all I need.
Now when the start is a success, now you can really reveal your feelings and maybe fears before this tour. Were you nervous?
Well, in fact, I wasn't too bad, really. Looking back on the old tours I've done with Wings and with the Beatles, I think, in fact, I was probably more nervous for those. Certainly with the Beatles, you only ever used to do about 2 days rehearsal, you know. It was like, because it wasn't an industry like it is now. It's now like a major business, you know. It's like sending a rocket to the moon, some of this production we have here. In the Beatles, it was one amplifier and we all plugged into that, you know, bass and 2 guitars and microphones. Okay. It was a little bit difficult to cut them down. What I did was, when we started to plan the tour, I just sat down and just thought, well, if I was going to a Paul McCartney show, what would I want to hear him sing? And without getting out any lists or any books or anything, from memory, I just thought, well, you know, Yesterday, probably I want to see him do that. And Hey Jude, it'd be good if he'd do that. And I thought of some others too, like Obla Di, Obla Da, and Here, There and Everywhere, and some of the ones that we don't do. But I wrote a list of about 35 songs, which had been big hits, and it would be the songs I'd like to hear him do, in quotes kind of thing. And from that list of about 35 songs, that would have been about 2 hours anyway. That we did was just narrowed it down from that.
I mean, all the old compositions, the Lennon-McCartney compositions, how did you make your choices with that? I mean, they were all labeled Lennon-McCartney, but I guess they were kind of different.
Yeah, that's right. I know John once made a list in Playboy magazine of the songs he'd written and the songs I'd written. He split it down the middle, and it did roughly come out to about 50-50. What I did was, I know which ones I wrote. I know which songs were my inspiration and came from me, and then John helped me finish them off. And I know which songs were his that I helped finish off. Strawberry Fields was John. Penny Lane was me. Yesterday was me. In My Life was John. Although some of them were equal. I've mainly kept with the ones that were my inspiration. That, like Fool on the Hill, you know, is me. I'm not the fool on the hill, but, you know, that was my song kind of thing. I was sitting with a friend of mine who was talking to another friend of mine. It was Paul Simon and Lorne Michaels, 2 American friends of mine. And we were sitting around talking, and this was before Gracelands for Paul. And Lorne was saying to him, you should write stuff that's to do with your own life, that concerns you. You know, you've got a young son who's been in a punk band and you're worried about him, and you're a father. You know, why don't you write about that? It's really important. It's good interesting stuff, and it's vital to you. And Paul, after that, did Graceland. So I don't know whether that statement interested him, but it interested me. So then I thought, well, what is it with me, you know, that I've done that's different from the sort of I Love You Baby lyrics? And I realized it was getting married, you know, and I'm happy to be married. Normally, the songs about marriage are always about divorce. You know, the country and western songs, I was married, gosh, terrible, you know. So I decided to write something that celebrated it. And if you have something that's happened to you or something that really means something to you, it is good to be able to get it into a song. So Let It Be was about something that happened to me personally, and put it there was a thing my dad used to say when we were kids. So it is nice to do something like that because you feel the spirit behind the song there.
Now this very good band with Hamish Stewart, with Robbie McIntosh and everyone else,
including my wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wix
and Chris. Yeah.
Is this the best band you've ever been in?
Well, that's a very difficult question, you know. It's certainly the best band I've ever been in the last week. But no, it's. I think it was certainly better than some lineups of Wings. You can't.
Kind of a joke as well.
Yeah, I know. You can't say it's better than the Beatles because the Beatles were so special, and I think musically, in some respects, it probably are better than the Beatles. Musically,
in what respect?
Accomplished on their instruments. I mean, they could play stuff that some of the Beatles couldn't play, but that doesn't count for a lot, really. It's spirit, it's chemistry, and it's all these things that you can't put a name to. Let's just say it's a very good band, and I'm pleased with it.
This tour emphasized the rock part of your songs, I think, and I long for a tour where you do almost all of your beautiful love songs.
Well, I tell you what, come back in 20 years, because I won't be able to do this in 20 years. I'll have to slow down and I'll be wheeled onto the stage. No, I think in this kind of a show, we've done an arena show. I think it's good to do the rock and roll. I think if you look at the audience, that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what it looks like from our side of the footlights. It looks like, you'll always hear in these crowds, you'll always hear someone at the back go, rock and roll,
But they're never the majority.
No.
The majority loves the love songs.
Well, I think that's right. But we mix it, I wanted a guitar, a car, and a house. It was all I wanted in life. So to do that, I had to get money. But now, of course, it's changed. I don't see that as success really anymore. I think success now is personal success. And to me now, success is that Linda and I have brought up our children and we all still like each other. That's success,